All right. Well, welcome, Daniel. Welcome back. Everybody's been asking me, and I've been deferring until I get to talk to you about telehealth coverage for physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and private practice for 2025. What information do you have for us?
So the information is that everyone can take a deep breath. It's still valid. It's good for another quarter. So you have January, February, and March till the end. And that's just the step up, if you will. So it's just the little breather that is until something better will come along. You've heard me say this before. There's no way this is going away, in my opinion. So this is one of these, like, keep doing what you're doing. If you're having a snow day right now, obviously, don't cancel. Don't do all this kind of crazy stuff. Get people on telehealth. We're allowed to do it. Obviously, check your state practice to make sure that that aligns with what you're allowed to do from a pay reimbursement perspective. But it's here, and I don't see it going away anytime soon.
So I know everybody wants to know, like, go to the source. I'm going to share on the screen. This is the link that you shared before we started recording. What are we basically looking at? Like, what is this? It says section 3207 extension of certain telehealth flexibilities.
Exactly. So if you go down, I forget what picture which page exactly it is. The best way to always do this is just do a simple search on the Control F, and you just type in telehealth. So it lists exactly what date that you're allowed. It says that it's ending the March 31st. And this includes us as PTs. So when you're wondering, hey, by the way, am I included in this? This is one of these grandfathered in since COVID, basically. So we never fully added to the list. There's been some challenges with this that we've been wanting to be listed to the official list for covered providers, if you will. We have not been able to do that as a profession yet, which, again, I'm not sure why or why not. But that's what you're looking for. You're making sure that, yes, that it has been extended. And again, this is not light reading for most people. You just need to go online and say, hey, as a PT in 2025, am I still allowed to treat telehealth? And the answer is yes, you are.
So let me ask you, here it says extended telehealth services for federally qualified health centers and rural health clinics. Me as a private practice provider here in Ohio, I am not a federally qualified health center, to my knowledge. Maybe I am, or a rural health clinic. But is this the section that's you're referring to?
No, that's not the exact language. I don't know exactly where it is again. This was just the link that I sent you. But if you remember back in COVID, we were all wondering, are we defined as the health care centers, right?
Yeah.
And we went back and forth, and we thought we were, and then we weren't, and then we were again. But the answer is clearly from the APTA even, and all the other compliance officers out there that yes, we are covered under this language in this temporary bill, if you will, for the next 3 months.
And so what makes you think, because I've heard mixed reviews, what makes you feel that we are going to get extended even beyond the March 31st deadline?
I think it's from a slightly different perspective of you see, and you know this firsthand, that the shift in quality and minimizing expenses from the payer side, this fits perfectly into that, and it aligns very well into lowering costs. So this is something where you could easily review it. That it brings a ton of value to what people are demanding. And that's why I just think that there's no way they're going to take this away. Because it serves exactly the purpose of what they're demanding from a consumer standpoint and from a payer standpoint.
Now, just for context, you're a physical therapist. You practiced before you became a compliance expert. Let me ask you, what's your personal opinion on, telehealth services versus in-person services? You hear Dave, Jimmy, and I talk about it on the PT Breakfast Club all the time. But how do you come to this from your PT background?
I love it. I think it's great. I wish I had it 10 years ago. This is something that we definitely could have valued, just managing staff-wise. I think it's great. From a technology perspective, this is just a bridge, right? This just allows you the opportunity to still maintain that connection where oftentimes you're just wondering what happened to that patient. You're able to tap in and still say, hey, by the way, we're still going to have this meaningful connection. from a telehealth perspective. So I don't think you could I don't think you could do it solely. I don't believe that personally, just because we are movement experts, and oftentimes with movement, you do need that touch. Even if you can visually see everything, you still sometimes you just need to put your hands onto somebody. But from a supplemental standpoint, I think it's fantastic.
So take-home message today, we do have the official extension through March 31st for telehealth coverage under Medicare. Daniel, thanks so much again for joining me and letting me kind of brain dump on you. Hopefully we can do more episodes like this in the future.
Looking forward. Thank you for having me.
All right.